Right now, somewhere in the world, military technology that looks like it belongs in a science fiction blockbuster is already in action. Most people have no idea it even exists because governments don't exactly go around advertising their most advanced weapons. Behind closed doors, away from the public eye, new tools of war are being developed, tested, and in many cases already deployed. From AI-controlled drones that fly themselves, to railguns that hurl metal slugs at incredible speeds, to technology that bends light to make soldiers nearly invisible. The future of warfare isn't coming, it's already here. And today we're pulling back the curtain to reveal just how far militaries have gone in their race for technological dominance. Governments rarely announce these breakthroughs, not until the technology is so widespread that secrecy is no longer possible. And that makes sense. After all, surprise is one of the most powerful weapons. Yet even with the limited glimpses we get, it's clear that modern battlefields are transforming into something unrecognizable. This is no longer about tanks rolling over fields or fighter jets dogfighting in the sky. Warfare is becoming faster, more automated, more digital, and in some ways almost invisible. Today, you'll discover 7 real secret military technologies that are already in use, and they might just redefine how wars are fought in the future. Let's start with something that used to be pure science fiction. Autonomous combat drones powered by artificial intelligence. These aren't the remote-controlled drones you see in movies or hear about in the news. These are machines capable of making decisions on their own. Countries like the United States, China, and Israel are already deploying unmanned aerial vehicles that can identify, track, and even attack targets without direct human input. The US XQ-58A Valkyrie, nicknamed the Loyal Wingman, is designed to fly alongside fighter jets, supporting pilots and carrying out missions that would normally put human lives at risk. Meanwhile, Israel's Harpy drone can loiter silently above a battlefield, detect enemy radar, and dive bomb it without a single command from an operator. Machine learning algorithms give these drones the ability to assess threats in real time, and every mission makes them smarter. It's not hard to imagine a near future where swarms of autonomous drones patrol the skies, making battlefields too fast and too complex for human reflexes to keep up. Now imagine a weapon that doesn't need explosives at all, because speed alone is enough to destroy its target. That's the power of electromagnetic railguns. Instead of gunpowder or propellants, these weapons use electric pulses to accelerate metal slugs at hypersonic speeds, Mach 7 or more. At that velocity, even a simple hunk of metal can tear through armor, bunkers, or incoming missiles with devastating effect. The US Navy has tested railguns that can hit targets over 100 miles away in less than a minute. The rounds are so fast and so hot, they don't need warheads. Velocity itself becomes the weapon. While some railgun programs have gone dark, many insiders believe the technology is still being refined, with potential roles in missile defense and coastal protection. Think about it. A warship that never runs out of ammunition as long as it has electricity. That could change the balance of power at sea forever. And then there's active camouflage, technology that brings invisibility out of fantasy novels and into the battlefield. Picture a soldier wearing a suit that shifts color and texture instantly to match the environment. From green jungle to snowy tundra, the soldier blends in like a chameleon. Companies like Hyperstealth Biotechnology have already demonstrated materials nicknamed quantum stealth, which bend light and render objects nearly invisible to the human eye. Meanwhile, thermal masking suits are being tested to hide body heat from drones and infrared cameras. The result is more than camouflage, it's practical invisibility. Perhaps the most chilling development is the rise of hypersonic missiles. These weapons are so fast, flying at Mach 5 and above, that by the time they're detected, it's often too late to stop them. Russia's Avangard system reportedly maneuvers during re-entry, weaving unpredictably through the atmosphere at over 20 times the speed of sound, making interception nearly impossible. The United States has its own program, the Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon, designed to strike quickly and evade defense systems. Hypersonic missiles don't just move fast, they can change direction mid-flight, outsmarting radars and missile shields. In the Cold War, nuclear deterrence depended on the belief that both sides could intercept or retaliate. Hypersonic weapons flip that balance, introducing a terrifying speed advantage that leaves defense systems scrambling. It's no exaggeration to say these weapons could redefine global power. Not all experiments are about machines. Some are about the soldiers themselves. Genetic biowarfare and soldier enhancement sound like science fiction, but evidence suggests they're being explored seriously. Research into CRISPR and synthetic biology has raised fears of engineered super soldiers, men and women with enhanced stamina, pain resistance, or immunity to diseases. Reports have linked China's military to projects involving genetic editing to boost soldier performance. In the US, DARPA has funded experiments with neural implants, exoskeletons, and biotech designed to give soldiers faster reaction times and sharper decision-making. Imagine soldiers who don't tire, who recover quickly from wounds, or who can stay alert for days on end. It raises ethical questions, of course, but on the battlefield, nations often put ethics aside when survival is on the line. Then we step into the digital battlefield. Cyber weapons don't explode, but their damage can be just as devastating. These invisible tools can shut down power grids, blind satellites, or cripple financial systems, all without firing a single bullet. The Stuxnet virus, believed to have been created by the US and Israel, set the stage by sabotaging Iran's nuclear program. Today, entire military divisions in Russia and China are devoted to cyber warfare, infiltrating enemy networks, stealing secrets, and even preparing digital kill switches that could bring down critical infrastructure. The scariest part? Victims often don't even know they've been attacked until systems fail. Modern war isn't just fought on land, sea, or air. It's fought online, in code, across invisible front lines that stretch across the globe. And yes, lasers are no longer just science fiction props. Directed energy weapons are already being tested and deployed. These weapons use concentrated beams of light to disable drones, missiles, or vehicles almost instantly. The US Navy's Helios system has shot drones out of the sky in live tests. The US Army has mounted laser systems on vehicles to protect troops from incoming threats. The advantage is clear: pinpoint accuracy, zero recoil, and no need for conventional ammunition. As long as there's power, the weapon can fire again and again. Silent, invisible, and nearly instantaneous, laser weapons are changing the definition of defense. In a future battlefield, your greatest threat might not be a bullet. It could be a beam of light you never see coming. When you take a step back and look at all of this, the picture that emerges is astonishing and a little unsettling. The future of warfare isn't coming someday. It's already unfolding around us. From AI drones that make decisions on their own, to missiles so fast they can't be intercepted, to cloaks of invisibility and weapons made of pure light, we're entering an era where wars will be decided by who controls the most advanced technology. Nations are racing not just for power, but for technological supremacy. And unlike in past wars, many of these weapons operate invisibly, silently, and at speeds humans can barely comprehend. Consider the implications. If an AI drone can pick targets on its own, what happens when machines make life and death decisions without human oversight? If cyber weapons can take down an entire city's power grid, what does that mean for civilians caught in the crossfire? And if genetic enhancements become a reality, how long before battlefields are populated by soldiers whose abilities blur the line between human and machine? These aren't just questions for militaries, they're questions for humanity. Because history has shown us that once a weapon exists, it rarely stays unused. The irony is that many of these technologies could also be used for peace. AI could help in disaster response, railguns could defend against asteroids, directed energy weapons might one day protect us from space debris. But in the hands of militaries, they become tools of destruction. The line between defense and offense is razor thin, and the race to stay ahead of rivals ensures that development continues, faster than the public realizes. So the question remains, what else is out there that we don't know about yet? What technologies are hidden behind classified walls, being tested in secret labs, or flying silently above us right now? If what we've seen already seems like science fiction, imagine what's still waiting in the shadows. One thing is certain: the race for military dominance has entered a new era, and humanity itself will have to deal with the consequences. Thanks for watching this deep dive into secret military technology already in use. If you're fascinated by these hidden innovations and the future of warfare, Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which of these technologies do you think is the most dangerous, and which might actually help humanity if used wisely? Until next time, stay curious, and remember, the world of tomorrow is already here.